not having sex before marriage, y'all. I didn't do the P to V, but I did the other stuff. I did the other stuff. The other stuff is still included, babes. It's still included.
Relax, 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 relax.
I'm back. Hi guys. Tell me what you're saying. Tell me how you doing. Tell me what's popping. How you do? 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 What? Tell me how you're doing. Okay, y'all haven't seen me in a very long time, and I really have a short answer for you. A short and sweet. Not that sweet. Well, life is the answer. That's what has been going on, y'all. But I'm back, and hopefully I'm back for a very long time, as in like consistent. I mean, I have a schedule and everything. I would like to preface this, okay? It's not like I haven't been wanting to do videos. I have been. I've actually filmed a lot of videos for you guys to watch. It's just, did I like the videos? Were they given what they were supposed to give? The answer is no. So here we are now, filming a new video. And I'm so excited to be back, y'all. I'm so excited to be back. No, honestly, I'm really happy to be here. I'm really happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for sticking around, even though I could be inconsistent and stuff. If you're even here watching it. Today is a girl talk video. I don't think I've done a girl talk video before, but we're gonna do one today. If you need this information, you'll have this information coming from me, the OG Shea Butter. You know what I mean? Purr. Y'all, it's like a little stormy. So if you hear a little thunder, just know it's storming outside. But it's not storming. It looked like it about to storm. Like, do you hear the rattling of the windows? It's kind of scary. But A-okay. A-okay. Don't expect some, oh, this is how you get a man. Because to be honest, I have a man's, but I don't know how I got him. So I don't really know what to tell you. Don't ask me that question, baby girl. Don't ask me that question because I don't know. Okay, so first question. How to find the right man for you? Baby girl. The men's them, they do the finding, okay? We don't do the finding. We sit back, look pretty, and observe. This is a famous question. How do you find the right man for you? How do you find true love? Da 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 da. You don't find it. You don't find it, all right? Let it come to you. Now, I'm not saying that, whoa, what is the woman that shooteth their shotteth to the man if in their DM if. I'm not saying that. If you wanna, shoot your shot, show a bit of interest, you're free to do that. But make sure you do that with a guarded heart and with some logic, Second of all, I don't recommend finding, like, going chasing after love, being so hot up for love, being so hot up for a man, being so hot up for a relationship. Because when you fall into that route, you tend to get desperate, and when you get desperate, you tend to water down a lot of your boundaries and standards that you wouldn't normally do if you weren't being desperate, if you know what I mean. That desperation kind of blinds you because you want a relationship so much, you want love in a man's or girl so much that even though you wouldn't tolerate a man shouting at you or hitting you or not even being abusive, but being someone that you don't imagine yourself being with, even though you wouldn't go for a man that wouldn't do certain things to you or would do certain things to you, when you're blinded by desperation, you're like, I'm gonna let that pass, relationship, nobody's perfect, I'll let that pass. And then all of a sudden you're letting all these things pass, and you're getting slapped left to right by toxicity, and you don't even know it. And then you're sad, and you're like, what the heck? Do I fight for this love or do I not? And yeah, I just don't think all of that is worth it. Instead of asking how to find the right man for you, or how to get in a relationship, or those questions along those lines, I would say how to find true love. And the answer is quite simple, to be honest. And the answer is Jesus. 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 Let me hear you say Jesus. Jesus. Yes. The only way that you can even have some sort of picture of this very beautiful, realistic, you know, positive, healthy version of love is if you find it in Jesus. Because who else but the man of love, the man who started this whole love train? Who else? Where else could you get it from? Huh? Where else could you get it from? He is the pinnacle of love, and he can fulfill you with all the things that you need in your spirit, in your mind, in your soul, in your heart. He's gonna fill you up so good, you're gonna be like, man, where? And then as soon as you're like, man, where? Your man's is right there. Just focus on Jesus, focus on the love that he already has for you, because you searching and being hard up for love, you gotta go look for it. And Jesus right there, and he got it for you. He already has it for you. What are you looking for? He has it. So you accept the love that Jesus has for you first, and then everything will come after. It's gonna just make sense. It's gonna be filled with peace and love and genuineness and sincerity and health, and it's gonna just be filled with all that goodness, and you're gonna be like, Jesus, I see you. I think that is the ideal way to go for a relationship. I mean, everybody's story is different. Sometimes, you know, it works even if it's not in that case, but that's just my personal opinion, okay? You're here for my girl talk, okay? So you're gonna listen to my opinions, okay? All right. The next question is how to enjoy singleness. Okay, I understand the whole concept, you know. It's not good for men to be alone, so being single can be a little much for people, especially when you see love constantly being promoted, commercialized, and just pushed in your face by all the different media platforms, and by people around you, and by conversations, and by church members, and by da 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 da. But I think in order for you to enjoy singleness, you really got to get out of that loop. Get out that loop of people always just trying to push relationships in your face, because it's better to be single, on the right track, doing what you gotta do, focusing on yourself, on your relationship with Christ, you know, doing you know what I mean? It's better to be single and on the right track rather than to be in a relationship and you ain't even off the track, baby girl. You're not off the track, you're in the ground and you're being railed over and over and over. When you realize how much time it takes to cater and to maintain and to be in a relationship and to fight for love, you would appreciate your time as a single person even much more. Not saying that love is like hard and it's like but it could be if you're not ready, if you're not prepared, if you didn't give yourself time to be single and all you thought about was relationships. It's gonna be hard dealing with hard times in relationships when you don't even know who you are. A lot of times we go into relationships and we don't even have ourselves figured out. I think it's really important for you to be single first, because then you get to learn so much about yourself. You know what I mean? You get to learn so much about yourself, what you could offer, what you can't offer, what you're willing to offer even though you don't usually offer it, and what you're not willing to offer at all. You understand, I mean, these are things that you could learn throughout relationships as well, but learning the basics while you're single is so important, because when things go crashing down, you straight, you good, okay? You're not codependent or, you know, cracked up or I don't know what to say about singleness. Enjoy it, you know, learn different things so you could have more than just eagerness of a relationship to bring to the table, you know? Do so much things in your singleness that sometimes it may be harder to do in a relationship because you're committed to someone and you have to actually consider someone's feelings. I don't think that it's fair to the person that you're going in a relationship with, or fair to yourself, to commit to something like that knowing that you have so much to deal with. I just think that's not a healthy route. So in your singleness, really work on yourself, really deal with the things you need to do, so when it's time for you to be in a relationship, you can offer your best. I don't really know the step-by-step process on how to do that. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, have a skincare routine, drink water, talk to yourself in the mirror, read, travel. Those are like basic stuff that you can do in a relationship or while you're single to help work on yourself. But whatever, being the best you know your faults, your flaws, and all the things that probably are damaged or burden in your heart. Deal with those first, and whatever the best version of yourself looks like, you do that, okay? You don't have to be perfect, absolutely perfect, to go in a relationship. I don't think you have to reach this level of perfection to go in a relationship. Number 3, is it okay to date around? Okay, Lori Harvey. I wouldn't say personally, but I do think that it's okay to date around if the word dating has been established with all the partners involved and you're just honest and you're communicating exactly what you feel and you let go what needs to be let go. But me personally, I think it's okay to have options. It's good to have options, but I think it's better to explore those options on a friendship basis and then observe and scout out who you think is your best option, and then you tackle your best option, not your best options. That's me personally, because I know I just catch feelings, okay? I know I just catch feelings. I can't put all my feelings in a bunch of baskets. I simply can't do that because that's a bit much for me personally. Mind you, dating no means you gotta go kissy kissy, you know, lovey dovey. Yeah, dating don't have to mean that. Dating could simply mean that we are spending time with each other, trying to get to know each other. Simple as that, man. So if that is your definition of dating and you're doing it in a way that more than one person is involved, I just would say to be careful when you're doing that. If you know yourself, if you know you're one to catch feelings, and then bless. Next question. Sex before marriage? I feel like this conversation is kind of like overplayed, and I feel like a lot of times people ask this question because they want some excuse to like do what they want to do or whatever, because the Bible is quite clear. Sex before marriage is a no-no. Is a no-no. A no-no. But as a person who wasn't quite successful in this whole sex before marriage voyage, I am still an advocate for it, because what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, and that's point blank, period. And don't think that like it has to be some peak to the action in order for you to actually stay within the grounds of sex before marriage, because to be honest, sex before marriage is more than just P to V action. And when I say P to V action, not talking about the PP and the JJ. Don't think because you ain't do that means you're better than anybody who has. There's a lot of other versions of sex out there, and if you know what I mean, and if you don't know what I mean, then you're good. Then you're good. But if you do know what I mean, then you know what I mean. Alright? And don't think you're better than anybody who did do it, because you're not. But anyways, yes, sex before marriage, very clear cut. Okay, the whole idea of sex is really supposed to be in the context of marriage, and that's point blank, period. You know what I mean? No full stop, no semicolon. Well, full stop, no semicolon, no comma. Yeah, a lot of the times people think that they could go around you know, not having sex before marriage. Y'all, I didn't do the P to V, but I did the other stuff. The other stuff is still included, babes. It's still included. All right, it's still included. Your mind has a lot to do with the sexing. Let's not pretend that your mind isn't a key factor in this situation. Not saying that if you think about it in your mind means that you're automatically not a virgin, but your mind has to do with it because your mind has to do with purity, and purity is a big topic when it comes to like sex before marriage. This goes on to my next question. Is it ever too late to re-wait for marriage? No, it's never too late to re-wait for marriage. Just like how you could rededicate your life to God, you can rededicate that section of your life to God. And God is a forgiving God. He's gonna forgive you. All right, you're not gonna be cast to hell. You know what I mean? You're not gonna be swung into the abyss. When you think about sex before marriage, sometimes that's stolen from people. Sometimes people don't even get a chance to enjoy that with the person that they get married to because it was stolen or they were taken advantage of before. You know what I mean? God takes us all in account, you know. A person who was taken advantage of is not going to be casted into hell or into the abyss because of what happened to them. You know what I mean? They didn't ask for it. And neither is the person who happened to ask for it and who actually voluntarily did the sexing before marriage. At the end of the day, God says he's going to forgive, and he does not lie, so he's going to forgive you. He's going to forgive you, baby girl. But you have to make sure that when you do that, rededicate this section of your life to God, you say, God, like, you set some boundaries. First of all, set them boundaries, girl. Set them boundaries. It's really important to set them boundaries. You set them boundaries and you really passionately and fervently and consistently ask God to help you, because sex is good. I'm not gonna lie. It's good. When it's out of the context that it's supposed to be in, like the guilt and the shame and the all of that getting mixed up in your head, that just throws it all off, you know. And you want to enjoy it fully, and you really want to enjoy it fully with the man that you're married to, because that is a beautiful experience. And rededicating yourself to God with that, it's worth it. And I'm talking about for persons that, you know, did the sexing, and for a person that did everything besides the peak to the action. I'm talking about all of that. It's okay if you rededicate that part of your life to Christ. And the Bible knows that sex is good. Even Paul said it. If you're gonna burn with passion, I'm sorry. If you're gonna burn with passion, you might as well tie a knot. And that's why you see a lot of young Christians and a lot of young Christian couples or whatever, you see them get married quick, because that burning gets real hot. And I'm not saying that's the reason you should get married now. That's not the reason you should get married. But yeah, that's not the reason you should get married. Point blank period. Okay, so don't go saying, let's say saying, because I want to do the sexing, I must get married to my boyfriend. I did not say that. I say it just so happened that a lot of Christian couples, a lot of young Christian couples, they get married real quick because of what Paul said. Okay, it's what Paul said. Okay, God is really gracious. He's very merciful, and he's really forgiving, and he's gonna forgive you, baby girl, baby boy, baby girl. He's gonna forgive you. It's just next time, make sure you do a better job and you ask the Lord Almighty for help. I don't know why I keep talking in these weird voices. Yeah, that is all for today. Yeah, we're gonna stop there. I think that was a lot. A lot of these are my opinions. Alright, sit down to tag me for my opinions. And also, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, do all of that good junk, and I will see you in the next video. Also, like, if you have more questions, please comment down below. You could DM me on my Instagram, or you could leave a comment on my TikTok or something like that. I don't know, but you can find me somewhere and I'll see it. All right, hopefully I do, because I don't really like to read messages like that, but I will intentionally look for messages and comments, etc., pertaining to any questions related to anything that you want, to be honest. I'm not like a know-it-all or a been through it all person, but what I do know and what I do know and what I have been through, I don't mind sharing those experiences with you. So yeah, goodbye.
I feel so much better.